It's my 100th video. Come and join the celebration. My 100th video. Yay! So we're celebrating, but I'm going to get to business first, do the business part, and then we'll do the celebrating part. So I'm going to talk about the classes that are coming up. Okay, first class coming up is the Ale hat. It's October 14th, which is this Saturday from 10 to 12. This is a mosaic pattern. You're doing the color work by slipping stitches, and you only carry one yarn at a time. So for color work, this is a great beginning color work because you're only knitting with one yarn at a time instead of two and having to deal with all that. So we made it out of Saxony, obviously, which is a worsted weight yarn, and obviously you can do it out of anything. But this Saxony is the best because it's so soft, and it's cashmere. It's got cashmere in it, quite a lot of cashmere actually. And there's the top. Isn't it pretty? But anyways, this is a very fun hat. It's a great first hat. It's a great second hat. It's a great I just want to make hats. And so that's Saturday. And then Sunday, the 15th, no, that's wrong. Sunday, yeah, the 15th. 14th is Saturday, Sunday's the 15th. Yeah, if I wish I'd had outtakes. For the most part, to get rid of my outtakes. I should have kept outtakes. And time and dates would be #1 mistake I make all the time. Okay, so, but this Sunday from 10 to 12 is the Advent Garland. And these are our little mitts. And I'll put some pictures up. And so you make 24, actually I did 23, and that is Santa hat for 24. And yeah, you can make it into a garland. You can have them on top of presents. You can give them as gifts. They go on a tree. There's all sorts of things you can do with these. And once you've done a couple of them, you're sort of in, it becomes really simple. So, and then you can sort of make up as you go, you know, in different patterns, which I've showed you before, but I'll show you another one here. With different patterns, you just sort of make it up as you go. And it's really fun to do that. And this is the perfect little project to practice doing something like that. Just be making it up instead of following a pattern. Because you've got a pattern, but if you want to stripe it, you just stripe it. If you want to stripe the bottom of it and then put a bow on it, this is just a rectangle and then cinched in the middle, then you put a bow on it. It's very great. So anyways, this is on the October 15th Sunday at 10 o'clock. And then on October 21st at 10 o'clock is felted coasters. So these felted coasters, let's see if I can make one go right. So this goes to this. Okay, so you make this as, nope, there we go. You make this as a square. So you have two more that go up here. You make it as a square. So you knit a square, and then when you felt it, and then you cut it into 4 pieces, and you have a set of 4 coasters. Now this particular pattern is short rows. So you would learn how to do short rows, which can be confusing. They're not hard, but they can be confusing. So, so I've got some tips and tricks on how to keep your, like, which direction am I going. Short rows, that's what makes this wavy, because you go back, and then you come back this way. You go back this way, you go back this way, you go back this way. So all of a sudden I have way more rows in this little section than I do here or here. And so this section just sort of poofs up. And that's how you do short row. We use short rows for shaping a lot. The back of the neck right now, pretty much everybody started putting short rows in the back of the neck of a sweater because it fits better than not, because a lot of things you buy, there's actually sort of that thing going on, but we just don't know about it. So anyway, short rowing is very simple. This is in garter. So you literally are doing the simplest short row there is, where you don't have to pick up stitches, you don't have to make double stitches. You're just turning around and going the other direction. But as I said, it could get confusing. So anyways, short rows, but you make coasters. And again, these are great multiples. This is a carry-on one, but you can, and here's the other thing I do a lot off camera. So we have single skein carry-on, which is this. And one of these makes your square. So one of these is all you need. And I think we have like, not 10 colors, but we have probably like 5 different colors, maybe 10. And we may have our shipment in by the time I'm hoping we have the shipment in by the time this class goes. But then if you're gonna make more of them, you can use these bigger skeins, and they do the same thing, only I think you can get like 3 or 4 sets, 4 sets maybe, out of one of these. So, and then we also have some that stripe. this one right here, like this, in lighter colors. I have lots of colors of this. These larger ones. But anyways, these will make multiples and you'll be done really fast. And they're really good coasters because it really does, you know, take care of the water that gets drifted down. And yeah, so they work really well. So anyways, there you go. Coasters are October 21st, 10 to 12. And then I also want to mention that Ella is our teenage kids knit person. She's adorable. And so she has a class Saturdays from 2 to 3:30 for kids knit and crochet. So you can knit and crochet, either one, and learn to knit and crochet. It's all a bunch of tweens out there. They're having the best time ever because they're talking about all the stuff we know nothing about. So us older people that they are into. And it's just a great time out there in the back and stuff. So if you know any kids or you know any kids that want to learn, or your own kids, your grandkids, your neighbor's kids, whatever kids that you have around that's, you know, sort of in this, I mean, it can be any, like 7 and up, 8 and up, you know. So so just call us and get more information. Tell us you're coming if you want to come. And those are on Saturdays from 2 to 3:30. So 100 videos, yay! So we're celebrating that. We're celebrating the beginning of the winter's knitting season, because this is high season for us, where we can bring back alpacas and wools, which we've done a lot of now, and knit sweaters and cozy things and the holidays and all that kind of stuff. So the season is upon us, but this is also just the knitting season is upon us for those that don't knit in the summer. I mean, there's some that don't knit in the summer. I knit in the summer. I couldn't stop knitting for the summer. That would be terrible. I'd be a mess if I wasn't knitting something all the time. But anyways, it's high season and it's 100 videos. And we want to thank you so much for staying with us and coming and supporting us. You may not notice or have noticed that, but we've lost a lot of yarn stores over the last 2 years in the surrounding area. And so, you know, us being here is actually a really big deal still. And it's all because you guys support us so well and have fun and like are excited about knitting. And we love you. Christine and I both want to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Without you, we are not here. So we love every one of you and are so happy that you're going to be here. And so to celebrate, we're going to celebrate this weekend with we are paying the sales tax. So whatever you buy this weekend, it'll be tax-free for you, and we'll pay the sales tax as just a token of thank you for everything you do for us and everything, you know, coming and supporting us like this. Again, it makes all the difference. Without you, the store doesn't stay here. So thank you so very much. So I guess that's it. Yay! Oh, wait. Okay, now at the end, after the credits, I have put in my first video, which was a whole whopping 3 minutes long. It's pretty cute. And did a couple little blooper things, you know, 4 minutes or so of video back in the back if you want to see it. If not, that's okay too, because I do think I'm going to start keeping some of my bloopers because they're pretty funny sometimes. Anyways, and I guess that's it for my 100th video. And I hope to see you in the studio this weekend or real soon. Hello, knitters. So today I want to talk a little bit about different types of knitters. And it's sort of nice to know these things about yourself so you can enjoy it. Or if you like something's bugging you, go, oh, you know what, that might be bugging me a bit. Maybe if I did this instead of that, it might help me enjoy my knitting more. So there are 4 types. I mean, there are many types, but I'm going to go down to 4 types. So you have monogamous knitters and multi-project knitters, and you have process knitters and project knitters. So monogamous knitters knit one thing at a time. They focus on one thing, they knit it, they finish it, they buy yarn for the next project, they knit it, they finish it. You know, I have a lot of respect for those people because I certainly can't do that. And but anyways, that's one kind of knitter, and there's no judgment on any of these. It's just a personality sort of thing going on here. And then multi-project knitters, which I am a fan of, is when you have several projects going on. And the rationale for that is when you're boredom sets in and I don't want to knit that, but I can knit this over here. So I usually have like a really easy project that can go anywhere I want to go and I'm not going to be making mistakes and that kind of thing. And a medium project where my brain sort of has to engage, but not too much. And then a really concentrated project where I'm like actually sitting like at my desk and I'm really trying to figure this out. And those sort of cover the different moods I can be in. Like if I'm brain dead, I just want to knit, I don't want to think, I have something for that. And then sometimes you can have a project that sort of has both, all that in it, like a easy section, a harder section, an easy section, a harder section. So you can have one project that sort of does all that if you want. So those are like the two personality of knitters. And then you also have process knitters and project knitters. So process knitters are the ones that want to knit something because it looks interesting and fun. They have no idea if they're going to use it or who will use it. They don't really care. They just want to knit it because it looks like a fun thing to do. And project knitters tend to have a reason for knitting. So I'm knitting this for my grandkids. I'm knitting this for so-and-so. I'm knitting this to give away. I'm knitting this for myself. There's a reason to be knitting and not just to knit for knit's sake. And you probably can guess I'm the process person because I just pick projects because they look really interesting to me. And especially if they've got something new in them and I want to figure it out, see what's going on, because I love figuring it out. And I don't mind taking, starting stuff and taking them out multiple times until I figured it out. And so that's the camp I live in. It's, again, there's no judgment here. It's totally just what makes your float your boat, because you're the boss of your knitting and your knitting is supposed to be fun. And so whatever makes you happy, please do that. But, to have those thoughts sort of in your head that, oh, there's these different ways of looking at knitting and why you knit can be helpful sometimes. If you feel like you're a little in the slog and you've lost your knitting mojo a little bit, that can maybe help you get out of it. So I hope that sounds like fun and interesting. If you come in, let us know, talk about it. It's fun to talk about it. And I'll see you on the next one. Is this really cool little Santa Elfie hat? See if I can get this on me and not look really stupid. It's sweater weather. Happy dance, happy dance. I love sweater weather. Lots of knitting going on when you're doing, it's cold. Today it's cold, and knitters and vacations is a very interesting thing, because sometimes we spend more time trying to figure out what we want to take on our trip than we do actually getting ready and planning and packing for the trip. It can become a whole thing. And so over the years, I've learned that I used to take way too much because, oh, what if I don't want to knit on that? What if I want to knit on? But like I have also the thing where I don't have to think about, but I don't want to be bored. So maybe I need to take this too. And, you'd end up with like a suitcase for your knitting if you could, like if you're on a road trip. Obviously flying, you actually have to pare yourself down. So, and that's it for this week, the first video of 2022. Hopefully I get a lot of ideas. If you guys have any ideas, send them my way. It's all a good thing. So, hope to see you in the studio real soon. Bye. Cowl, because cowls are always, I love cowls. You don't have to worry about wrapping it and the ends. You just stick it on, you just pull it off. I love my cowls. Okay, first up, I have to apologize for last week's video. That video was going down the wrong road from the very beginning. I had so much trouble with that video and clips not showing up, and then I ended up with 2 clips of the same thing. Apologies. I will do better next time. So have a great week. Hope to see you this weekend, and I'll see you real soon. No. So I guess that's it. Yay! Oh.